The Newshour Special Edition.
Hello and welcome. You're with Times Now. My name is Pranesh. Let's get you with the top story. Massive political war has broken out over the arrest of top TMC Mantri Partha Chatterjee by the Enforcement Directorate. The close Mamata confidant was the State Education Minister during the alleged Teachers Recruitment Scam. Remember, both the central agencies, CBI and ED, are probing the irregularities. Chatterjee was arrested after 20 crores in cash was recovered from the residence of one of his associates, Arpita Mukherjee. The TMC made it clear that the cash recovered has nothing to do with the party. However, the BJP claims that Partha wasn't scamming on his own. First, let's tell you what the ED remand copy states. Laundering of proceeds of crime through Arpita. This is mentioned in the ED remand note. Arpita is a close associate of Partha Chatterjee. Incriminating papers of Group D staff appointment found at Partha's residence indicates Partha actively involved in appointment. Cash more than 20 crore has been recovered. Its proceeds of crimes generated by criminal activity. Admit cards, testimonials of candidates recovered. Partha Chatterjee was in regular contact with Arpita. Partha Chatterjee had remained uncooperative. He knowingly concealed facts and circumstances. Partha and Arpita were involved in money laundering, criminal conspiracy for illegally giving appointments, knowingly indulged, assisted, involved in crime. We are not saying this. This is part of the ED remand note that Times Now has accessed. The political blame game is raging. Times Now also confronted Partha Chatterjee when he was taken into custody. Here is what he said.
Sir, what about the money, sir? What about the money? What about the... Do you any idea about the money, sir? Any idea about the money? Sir, did you... Arpita Mukherjee's house, the money has been found, sir. The money which has been found from Arpita Mukherjee's house. Sir, did you know Arpita Mukherjee? Did you know Arpita Mukherjee? Did you know Arpita Mukherjee, sir? Huh? Did you know him? Okay, but what about the 20 crore? What about the 20 crore which has been found? Sir, did you know about this scam?
साहब ये स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड करप्शन का केस इसमें कौन किसको नीचे दिखाना चाह रहा है भाई?
ये इस बात का प्रमाण है कि बंगाल में किस तरीके से जनता के पैसे को भ्रष्टाचार की बलि चढ़ाई जा रही है, ये स्वयं जनता पूर्ण रूप से जानेगी, इसका मुझे पूरा विश्वास है।
पार्थ चटर्जी का तो गिरफ्तारी बहुत पहले होना चाहिए था और उनके साथ कई नेताओं की होना चाहिए, नहीं हुई है। चलो लेट भी हुआ तो ठीक है, लेकिन 20 करोड़ कोई बड़ी बात नहीं, 20,000 करोड़ का घोटाला हुआ है।
अगर होना है तो होंगे, अगर कुछ मिलेगा तो जरूर गिरफ्तारी होना चाहिए, लेकिन ये कोर्ट की निर्देश में होते हैं, कोर्ट की रखरखाव में सारे कुछ होते। ऊपर से जानते हैं आप लोग ईडी के किसकी इशारे पे ईडी को चलना पड़ता मजबूरन, उनका भी इशारा रहते हैं कि किसको खिलाफ कितना हद तक जाना चाहिए।
As far as the All India Trinamool Congress is concerned, we are closely watching the situation and we have all faith in the judiciary. After the judiciary finds out the fact finding and gives their verdict, we will be able to take decision, and I assure that the All India Trinamool Congress will not tolerate any discrepancy or any malpractice in the party, in the government. So after the judiciary comes out with their verdict, then only the Trinamool Congress will act. This is the one. And the second is that we believe that the BJP is behind all the play, because whoever has switched to BJP, they have been untouched by the agencies, and those who are staying back in Trinamool, they are being harassed by the agencies. So it is a conspiracy of the BJP.
Now you heard the political war of words. Let me open this up. Sanju Verma, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Gargi Nandi Roy, political analyst. Biswajit Deb, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. Mamata Banerjee, lawyer, political analyst, completes the panel. Good evening to all of you. Biswajit Deb, let me begin by asking you, 20 crores, in fact 20.90 crores recovered in cash from associate of Partha Chatterjee, yet the TMC calls it a case of vendetta, not a case of corruption.
Well, let me first clarify that the person from whose residence this particular cash was seized has got nothing to do with All India Trinamool Congress. I am again repeating this. This has been clarified in the press conference which was addressed by the All India Trinamool Congress, and again I am clarifying this again on behalf of All India Trinamool Congress as a spokesperson of the party, that she has got nothing to do with Trinamool Congress and Trinamool Congress has got nothing to do with the money. Now regarding the allegation against Mr. Partha Chattopadhyay, you see, let the law take its own course. We have full confidence on the judiciary and we have full faith on the judiciary. Let the law take its own course, but we would again request that we have seen that how CBI and ED are being utilized in various chit fund scams, and these particular inquiries and investigations remain pending for years together just to victimize the All India Trinamool Congress. And we have seen how they were used against the Trinamool Congress leaders as per the sweet will of BJP and the central government. So what we would request is, please complete the investigation as soon as possible, file the charge sheet if there is any evidence, and go for a trial. And we will take steps. We will take severe steps. The government will not spare anybody if found guilty. If he is found guilty by a court of law before the trial court, we will not spare him. That has been categorically made clear.
Okay.
But it is a political vendetta.
Okay, it is political vendetta, but the BJP, Mr. Dev, the BJP is not stopping at Partha Chatterjee. The BJP is saying that Partha was not acting alone and has dragged Mamata Banerjee, has linked Mamata Banerjee to this. Sanju Verma responding now.
Okay, thank you.
BJP has got no business.
Pranesh,
I am telling you one thing.
No, let's hear from the BJP, sir. Let's hear from the BJP, Mr. Dev, then I am coming back to you.
When BJP lost,
right.
BJP lost.
Okay, so you believe this is, you believe that this is desperation of the BJP because they are not in power in Bengal. Fair enough, sir, point taken. Sanju Verma responding to that.
We are again saying, let the trial.
I refuse to speak because this man is non-stop. Let him stop first. Please extend the courtesy.
He's done.
Yeah, thank you. And I don't want him to interrupt me because I did not interrupt him. You know, first and foremost, let me make one thing very clear. This whole narrative that is being peddled by Trinamool Congress, that the Enforcement Directorate and CBI are handmaidens of the BJP and are being used by the BJP as a tool of political vendetta, that is a whole lot of hogwash. And I will tell you why in 10 seconds. In November 2021, a single bench led by Justice Abhijit Gangopadhyay clearly castigated the TMC government, the Mamata Banerjee government, saying that there is massive scam in the SSC recruitment, and Partha Chatterjee, Trinamool Congress top officials, they pleaded with Justice Gangopadhyay, please do not hand over this case to the CBI. He said nothing doing. Then this case, you know, Pranesh, in April 2022, went to a division bench led by Justice Harish Tandon. He also upheld the judgment of Justice Gangopadhyay and said that there is massive scam with respect to primary board and SSC recruitment, and the Mamata Banerjee government must explain, and this case has to be probed by the CBI. Then as recently as June 2022, Partha Chatterjee and the Trinamool Congress went to a bench of the Kolkata High Court led by Justice Rajashekhar Mantha. And can you believe it? Justice Rajashekhar Mantha said the same thing Justice Gangopadhyay said, and the same thing that Justice Harish Tandon said, that the Trinamool Congress has a lot of explaining to do. There is clearly conflict of interest. There is money laundering. There is corruption in high places. Proceeds of crime have been used to benefit near and dear ones of the ruling dispensation. There is mara fide intent, there is criminal intent, there is criminal conspiracy. I am reading out key words in the judgment of Justice Gangopadhyay, Justice Mantri and Justice Harish Tandon of the Kolkata High Court. So when the Trinamool Congress spokesperson sits here and gives me a bhashan that the BJP is indulging in political vendetta, fine. ED is wrong, CBI is wrong, even the Kolkata High Court is wrong, simply because the Kolkata High Court on 3 occasions said that your government needs to explain because there is corruption in high places. They asked Ankita Adhikari, the daughter of MOS Education of Bengal, Pranesh Adhikari, to be removed. Tell me, why was Ankita Adhikari removed? She is the daughter of Pranesh Adhikari, the MOS Education. He continues to be MOS Education. Despite the Kolkata High Court saying Ankita Adhikari was recruited, breaking every law in the rule book.
Mr. Deb, he is responding to you. He is responding to you.
Yeah. Why have you not
what about? Can I reply?
Of course, sir, please.
What about the leaders of the opposition parties joining BJP and washed in a washing machine of BJP?
That is not
and they are exempted from all charges. We'll see. You see. Opposition leader in West Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari. You see, he was seen taking bundles in camera. He was seen in TV camera, which was being made viral by the BJP party office, from the BJP party office. But the ED fails to reach his house. ED fails to reach his residence. But ED arrests Shehzad Hakim, the mayor of Calcutta. But ED fails to look into the allegations against Shubhendu Adhikari, who has been seen taking money, taking bundles and wrapping it up in newspaper. Why?
Mamata Banerjee.
What happened? Due to the washing machine. He has been cleaned. He has been washed in the washing machine of BJP. Come to the point. Please come to the point. Don't try to evade.
You're making a fool of yourself. You're making a fool of yourself.
Pranesh, can I come in?
You are making a fool of yourself. You come to the point.
Now, okay, now 1 minute. Mr. Dev, let me just play out before I get in. Yes, Ms. Dev, 1 minute. Gargi Nandi Roy, 1 minute. Before I get you in and Anirban Banerjee on this, let me play out 1 minute. Mr. Dev, 1 minute, sir. Calm down. Listen to me. Let me play out. Biswajit Dev, sir. Listen to me.
When will you sack Partha Chatterjee?
1 minute, Sanju Verma, 1 minute. We'll come to that. No, he is raising questions about Shubhendu Adhikari. You know, I'll bring in Mukul Roy also, who came to BJP, then went back to TMC, and TMC has no problems with it. If what they are saying is true, then that should apply there also. But nonetheless, let's now play out a clip tweeted by the BJP. This is a 2019 Durga Puja clip. Mamata Banerjee is on stage appreciating the good work, quote unquote, done by Arpita Mukherjee. Listen to this, Mr. Deb.
আমি অর্পিতা উড়িষ্যায় চিন্তা করো তুমি শুনলাম উড়িষ্যায় কাজ করো আচ্ছা ভালো করে করো উড়িষ্যা করতে উড়িয়া বলতে পারো ভালো করে কেমতি আচমতি এই সমস্ত ভালোই চলবে সুতরাং উড়িষ্যায়ও কাজ করে বাংলারই মেয়ে পার্থ চট্টোপাধ্যায় তো আমি আগেই বলেছি ঋতুপর্ণা আমি আগেরবারও দেখেছি ও এসেছিল এখানে ও ববিদের ওখানেও যায়
Now, Mr. Deb, would you say something?
Could you answer?
Let me come.
Could you understand what she was saying in Bengali?
Of course, sir. We put on the translation.
In Bengali, she got to know this particular lady on that particular day only. She didn't knew her. And a person can come. It was a Durga Puja event. Anybody can come. Anybody can join the event.
Okay. Gargi Nandi Roy.
And she was asked.
Okay, Pranesh, can I come in?
Please. Gargi Nandi Roy speaking now. Okay, Mr. Deb.
Biswajit, please. Biswajit, please. I didn't interrupt you. Please kindly let me speak. Please let me speak. Yes. So, Pranesh, you know, Bengali, there is a saying, Kantanle matha ashe. You know what does it mean? It means if you pull the ear, the head will come. So this is the beginning. The ear has been pulled, the head will come. I will give an analogy, Pranesh, today. You know, Mr. Satyajit Roy had made... one second, I'm getting echo of my voice. One second. Mr. Satyajit Roy had made a famous film called Hirok Raja Deshe. It was a satire on a dictator king. And that king had closed all the schools and educational institutions in his kingdom. And there were famous lines in that film. Ganer kono shesh nai, ganer cheshta britha tai. Means that there is no end to knowledge, so it is futile to even try to gain knowledge. And here, yeah, no, I'm not misquoting. Ganer kono shesh nai, ganer cheshta britha tai. And here, in Hirok Rani Deshe today, Satyajit Ray would have made...
Janar kono shesh nai. Janar kono shesh nai. Janar kono
Okay, Satyajit Ray. Okay, Janar kono shesh nai, janar cheshta britha tai. That is okay.
Okay, what does it mean? Quickly, sum it up for our viewers. What does it mean?
That means she has not watched that means no end to knowledge, and there is no, I have watched.
No, let's not trivialize this, please. No, Anirban, please, Anirban Banerjee, let's not trivialize this. Let her make her point. Ma'am, quickly, what are you trying to say?
Anirban, today don't hate her.
Trying to say that she's a very good student.
You know, Pranesh, they have ruined the education system. They have ruined the education system in Bengal. Educated boys and girls are protesting and they are getting beaten up by the police, and their people are submitting blank papers and paying 15 to 20 lakhs and even 40 lakhs to get the job.
Now, Anirban,
we have seen videos.
Okay, Anirban, now I just read out the remand note of the ED, and that remand note says that among other things, it's not just cash found at Arpita's residence, at Partha's residence, Partha Chatterjee's residence, the ED would have us believe that they found admit cards, intimation letters to be sent to students, teachers, what have you, to teachers. Would you call it witch hunt?
Pranesh, 25 schools have been...
Didi, Anirban Amar Naam, Didi.
Right.
25 schools have been shut in Howrah.
Yeah, he's responding. Yes.
25 schools have been shut in Howrah. Do you deny that?
Let's hear from Anirban Banerjee. Yes.
You said the body used to carry briefcases to horizontal.
Let me respond.
Biswajit Dev, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. You've had your say, sir. Let Mr. Banerjee also...
I'm telling you, no more.
Don't forget.
Anirban Banerjee only, please. I'll have to lower your fader. Please don't do this, please. Let's not talk over each other. Let's be civil, please. Anirban Banerjee.
Yeah, Pranesh, since Madam Verma referred to the SSC scam, etc., I would like to remind you...
Ms. Roy, you've made a point. Let Anirban respond to that. I'll come back to you.
Ms. Roy.
Yeah. Madam Verma referred to the SSC scam.
Okay, 10 seconds. Anirban, ruk jaiye, 10 seconds. Yes, ma'am, make your point.
Can Anirban deny that 25 schools have been shut in Howrah? Can Anirban deny that we have seen videos of Bengali teacher who cannot spell Bengali words, maths teacher in Bengal who cannot do maths? Why? Because 15-20 lakhs, 40 lakhs exchanged hands.
Right.
Blank copies were submitted.
The rot runs. Okay, the rot runs deep is the charge. Let's hear from Anirban Banerjee. Yes.
Because
in spite of that,
Mr. Dev, I am coming to you. Biswajit Dev, sir, just... Sir, hold on to that thought. I am coming to you. Let Anirban Banerjee have his say, please.
People of Bengal...
Mr. Dev, 269 teachers lost their jobs by the order of Justice OVJ.
Now, Ms. Roy, you've made your point. Please, let's not do this over and over again, please. Anirban Banerjee, yes, please.
Yeah. The Madam Verma referred to the SSC TET scam of 2016. And she was alleging that all the stash of cash that was found at Arpita Mukherjee's place was the collection from those scam, right? So I would like to remind everybody and people that are watching the show that 2014 was one of the SSC TET, and then it was 2016. And in 2016, there was one of the biggest scams of India called demonetization. Therefore, if there were bribes in 2014 and 2016, how come new 2,500 notes are kept in stash cash?
This is a smart way of deflecting attention from the corruption of the Trinamool Congress.
Ma'am, practice what you preach.
This is a smart and a very convenient way of
about not interrupting, ma'am.
attention from the corruption of the TMC
Practice what you preach. So number two, very conveniently the BJP is trying to weave a theory.
No, forget the BJP for a moment. No, Mr. Biswajit Deb Anirban Banerjee, for a moment, let's forget.
I'm giving.
No, for a moment, let's forget the BJP. Sir, tell me, on the basis of the cash that has been recovered, over 20 crores.
Yeah.
And
cash
the ED remand says that several incriminating documents have been recovered from Mr. Chatterjee's residence.
ED remand.
Yeah, the ED may claim anything.
Okay.
CBI, IT, they may claim anything. They have been claiming things for over the last few years. How many of those claims have been substantiated in a court of law?
Okay.
Give me one example.
Yes, Sanju Verma. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. You know, Pranesh, in the last 24 hours, I've been on a couple of debates, and one of the lame arguments being given by TMC spokespeople is that, if cash has been recovered, that means demonetization was a failure. This debate is not about demonetization. This debate is about the fact that the Trinamool Congress, which encourages corruption in high places, has been castigated by the Kolkata High Court in November 2021, in May 2022, in June 2022. Kolkata High Court has challenged the credibility of Partha Chatterjee. Why have you not sacked Partha Chatterjee? Can you give a clear answer when Kolkata High Court has clearly condemned Partha Chatterjee and in conflict of interest? Why is Partha Chatterjee still a cabinet minister?
Will you take action against? Will you take action against Partha Chatterjee? Biswajit Deb responding to you. He's raising his hand. Yes, Biswajit Deb.
We have categorically said, let the trial be over. Let the trial be over. File your charge sheet if there is any evidence, and let him face the trial. And if there is a conviction, definitely we will take action. But let the BJP first respond. How can this 2,000 currency, notes of 2,000 currency and 500 new notes be seized and recovered on the basis of an allegation way back in 2014 and 15? Before demonetization.
Why has Mamata Banerjee?
So there is a...
But Biswajit Deb, sir, to be fair, I really don't understand this demonetization analogy in this. How is it even about the, denomination of the notes? And if that is so, the other side will then say, what is the state police doing? So let's not go, let's not even go there, sir. Please, let's not trivialize the debate. You are saying that only opposition leaders across states have been targeted, that the BJP holds the remote of ED and CBI and income tax, and that, the agencies have been unleashed. The BJP says, look at the cash stash, take action against the minister. Mr. Deb.
I will again say, look at the allegation. The allegation pertains to an incident way back 2014 and 2014. All these allegations pertain to 2014 and 2015. Pre-demonetization. You don't know. Please keep quiet, you don't know. Don't comment on something which you do not know. And that is pre-demonetization. How can these notes be recovered after 2016? Of course it matters. And that is why we are saying, if there is any evidence, file a charge sheet. Let him face the trial. Don't drag it. Don't drag the matter as Sarada and Narada and Rose Valley, as you drag in the chit fund matters. You kept dragging the matters just to politically victimize the Trinamool Congress leaders, just due to political vendetta.
Vendetta.
That is what
we've run out of time, unfortunately. I'm completely out of time. Sanju Verma, Garji Nandi Roy, Biswajit Deb, Anirban Banerjee. Unfortunately, there's no time left on the show. I thank all of you for joining us. The political war of words only heating by the minute. Partha Chatterjee's remand note has explosive charges. The TMC says, let's go through the trial. If he's convicted, we will act. The BJP says, look at the cash stash, take action.